Subway, a powerhouse in the fast food game, this franchise has grown quickly to over 18,000 stores worldwide. This is the second most of any fast food chain, second only to McDonald's, although this has been debated over the last few years. Now, I personally go there not only for the sandwiches, but mainly for the cookies because they're just so good. I can definitely find myself eating 2 or 3 or 4 at a time. Like many popular food chains, Subway started out as a small shop run by one person with a dream. That person was Fred DeLuca, who borrowed $1,000 from his friend Peter Buck in order to fund his dream of opening a sandwich shop. He opened the shop with Peter in Bridgeport, Connecticut, under the name Pete's Drive-In Super Submarines. The logo at this time shortened the name a bit and had a bright feel to it, with the name Pete's in blue and Super Submarines in red. The store was very successful. However, there was one problem. People kept mishearing or misreading the restaurant name due to its length. A rebrand was needed, and in 1968, the name was officially changed to Subway for the first time. Now, when I was researching for this video, it was very confusing. It seems that during this rebrand, as many as 3 logos were used. The first logo shortened the name to Pete's Subs with an asterisk like flower to the left. The second logo shortened the name to Pete's Subway, and both versions were in black and white. The third logo only used the name Subway, which was featured in all yellow or in black and white. The designers also added arrows to the S and the Y for the first time in the logo's history. This version would go on to be the basis for all future versions of the logo. In 1973, its longest running logo was implemented, and I was surprised to see that there was no green in this version. For some reason, I thought the older version I grew up with had green, but it was black that outlined the iconic Subway letters. The Subway letters stand out with a nice contrast between the yellow and white on the black background. What I like about this version is that it still looks modern and stylish even today. This is probably why it lasted from the 70s and into the new millennium. I wouldn't be surprised if this version was brought back for a time with the black swapped out for the green that is used in its branding now. From 2002 to 2016, the logo was modernized even more for the 2000s. The oval was done away with and the black color was replaced with green around the name. It had a very minimalistic look, and while it didn't last as long as the previous version, it was still one of their most successful logos. A green-only version of this logo was also used for a short time. The green was surely meant to represent Subway as a fresher and healthier alternative to other fast food restaurants. The present logo you see today pays homage to the original Subway logo made in the 70s. This follows the trend of many food chains implementing retro styles into their modern logos. The text is like the 70s version but more modernized. The arrows also flow straight out instead of curved, which gives it a stronger and bolder look. An emblem without the word Subway was also designed. This emblem uses its bright green and yellow colors together with the iconic arrows featured in its wordmark. I also like the clever arrangement of the emblem into an S to represent the name Subway. Earlier, I briefly mentioned the arrows that were added to the S and Y of the Subway logo. Like many logos, there is a special meaning behind them. The arrows are meant to represent the entrance and exit of a subway station, as well as to convey the image of motion and speed. Subway differs from other fast food chains since it is fairly quick, and you can be directly involved in the process of making your food. The arrows do a great job of conveying this message, and you can find them used all over their branding these days. What's your favorite era of the Subway logo? Let me know down in the comments, and I'll see you next week for another video.